Disclosure. This class is made for first-year high school students on Unit 4, Traditions and Festivities. The topic of the class is going to be festivals around the world. For further information, you can go to the Ministry of Education's website. Hi students, how is everyone doing? Today, Miss Constanza Zuñiga and I are really excited because we're going to work with a reading activity. So who's ready? Let's see. The topic of the class is going to be festivals around the world.
So the objective of this class is by the end of the class, students will be able to produce orally and in written form one opinion using the vocabulary of the text and the structure of giving opinions. Before we start the class, I want you to tell me, what do you see in these different pictures? Do you see something in common? Yes, there is something in common. They are all festivals. There are different festivals around the world. Where do you think these festivals are carried out? Okay. Good. Thank you so much for your answers.
So now we're going to make our predictions. Before we read, I'm going to ask you a question, and you will have to put your hand up when I say the letter that you think it's the correct one. The question says, what do you think the text will be about? Letter A says, information for tourists about festivals. Letter B, the history behind these celebrations. And letter C, A and B. To see if you're correct, we're going to read the text. The text is called Top 5 Crazy Festivals. We're going to have 5 minutes so you can read the text. So now that we have finished the text, we're going to see if your predictions were right. So here is the correct answer. Okay, the correct answer to this question was letter C. Who had it right? Oh, okay. That's great.
Okay, so now we are going to answer some questions. But before that, here is an example. The question says, which of these festivals is celebrated in Latin America? What do you think? Yes, the answer is right here. The answer is Rio Carnival. Now, read the questions and circle the correct answer. There is only one correct answer for each question. Did you read the questions? Yes? Did you read the questions? Are you ready? Yes? Now we're going to answer the question. The first question said, at La Tomatina Festival in Spain, what should people throw at each other? The answer is letter D. Did you get that right? Yes? Then, question number 2 said, what is the festival with the longest duration? The answer is letter A, the Rio Carnival. Now, number 3 said, in which festival a different person has to host a party every year? Do you know the answer? Yes, the answer is Mardi Gras. And number 4, what is the theme of the San Fermin Festival? The answer is letter C. And last, what do these different festivals have in common? The answer is letter B. They are all celebrations that take place every year. Okay? Did you check your questions? Okay, perfect. How many of you have the 5? Have the 5 correct? Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
So now we're going to work with a match activity. Here, you will have to match the letters from the list A with the corresponding number from the list B. Does anyone have a question? Maybe Emily? Can you please repeat the instructions? Yeah, that's right. You will have to match the list A with the numbers from the list B. Okay, I think you are ready. Here we have an example in which we have a statement that says it has a candlelight boats parade. We have to match this statement with the numbers of the list B. In this case, the statement match with number 3, Carnival of Venice. Now you will have 4 minutes to complete the activity. Now that you have finished, we have the correct answers so you can check them.
Okay, so now we are going to talk about opinions and supporting details. Opinions and supporting details are used to help you make an argument that supports your ideas. But what is the difference between opinions and supporting details? An opinion is a main idea that supports your belief. For example, dogs make great pets, right? That's the main idea. And the opinion would be, dogs are very friendly and social animals. And that is my opinion because I love dogs. As supporting details are statements, facts, or examples that are used to support the reason or the main idea. For example, they are always there to welcome you when you come home after a long day. Some structures used to give opinions are, I think, I feel that, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, and I believe that. Does any of you have any questions about what we have been discussing? No? Okay, perfect. Okay, so now you will have to tell me if each of the following statements is an opinion or a supporting detail. Use O for opinion and D for details. Do you understand what you have to do? Can you repeat what you have to do? Can you tell me, please? Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you. So the first one. I think that I would like to go to the Rio Carnival. What would be that? An opinion or a supporting detail? What do you think? Correct. That would be an opinion. The second one. In my opinion, Mardi Gras is the best festival. What do you think? Yes, you are correct. It's an opinion. And the last one is, as far as I'm concerned, the San Fermin Festival is one of the most popular festivals in Spain. What do you think? Okay, you're right. Yes, it is a supporting detail. Okay, perfect.
To finish, and after we review the content, we are going to do a writing activity. Here, you will have to read the question and write your opinion in your notebook. The question is, which of these celebrations would you like to go to and why? But before you start writing, here's an example. I would like to go to La Tomatina because I think that throwing tomatoes at other people can be fun, and I always wanted to have a food fight. So now you will have 6 minutes to answer the questions in your notebook, and then we will check. Does anyone have a question? Can somebody repeat the instructions, please? Okay, that's right. You will have to write your opinion in your notebook, and then we will check. Now it's time to check your answers, and we're going to check our answers in pairs, not in apples, please. You will have 4 minutes to check your answers. Now it's time to share your answers with the rest of the class. Who wants to go first? Do we have a volunteer? Well, we have approached the end of the lesson. You did a great job. I hope you had as much fun as we did. See you next week. Bye.
In this class, we use the ESA model by Jeremy Harmer. This model consists in engaging, study, and activate. In order to use this model, we need to understand that reading is a passive skill and that the task must be connected to the topic of the class or to the reading, and that good teachers can explode readings as a whole. So for that, we start with the engaging part by providing the students some different pictures about the topic of the class. They don't know that the class will be about that. So we start showing them some pictures and asking them just to tell what they think about those pictures, what they think they are, and creating some different ideas with the students in order to them to start thinking about what could be the topic of the class.
During the study phase, the students will have to work with the text. First, they will have to read it, and then they will have to answer some questions connected with the skills of reading, skimming, and scanning. And finally, during the activate phase, the students will have to activate the knowledge that they learned during classes. First, by writing them, using the vocabulary that they learned, and then they will have to produce orally their opinions. By producing orally or sharing it with the rest of the class, the teacher is going to be able to hear their utterances, and then maybe in another class, the teacher will be able to provide feedback to the students.